This is the Church of St. Paul in the Desert.
You all can sit down as you wish. And I'd invite the kids to come up at this point, right around here. It's going to take me a minute to get set up. Oh, well, do you have any idea what today is in the church? What's the day? It's a story about God. March 1st is Wednesday. That's Ash Wednesday. But today is it's a big word. Why don't you say it with me? Transfiguration. I won't make you say it again. Okay. Okay. Well, you heard that Jesus was on the mountaintop with his friends, right? And then the gospel said that Jesus started glowing from inside. And a voice from heaven said, "This is my son whom I love very much. Listen to him." So today, we have something that was kind of unbelievable happening up on the mountain. Have any of you seen anybody that started to glow from the inside and it just became so bright that you couldn't look at them? No, I haven't either. I haven't seen anybody. But you know, if I did see somebody, I would like some lenses to help me deal with it. I think that today, everything we're talking about is a lens that helps us understand who Jesus is. Now, I'm not ready for a question yet, okay, Ramon? But you have lenses, don't you? Yeah. You have glasses, right? So how many people here have lenses? Okay, a lot of us. How many people would have lenses if they hadn't had contacts or surgery? Okay. Well, what I've got here, so Jesus was glowing from the inside, and it was very bright. So the first lenses that I'd like to have are these, right? They're what? They're girls. No, they're sunglasses. Oh. That's okay. Some of the best glasses are girls' glasses. Well, these lenses, you've seen sunglasses before, haven't you? Right. So you've never seen sunglasses before? I think you're fibbing to me. Okay, so these lenses don't change anything. They just take the light and make it so that you don't get, the light doesn't hurt your eyes, right? So that it's easier for you to see things. So that's the first kind of lens that we have. And so on that mountain, we need a lens to help us see past all the brightness to see what's happening there. And that lens was when God said, out of the clouds, that voice said, "This is my son, Jesus. I love him very much. Listen to him." Okay? So that's kind of those lenses. Now, there's other lenses that we need, and you're going to need to tell me whether any of you know anybody that use these. I got to find them again. Where did mine go? If you could just grab it. I got it. Thanks. Okay, so this lens, see the print here? Can you guys see this print down here at the bottom? That's pretty small, isn't it? You can see it, but it's pretty tough to read it, isn't it? Sometimes we have lenses that help us read things when we can't see them. When we couldn't understand it, the lens helps us to see it. Anybody here have these lenses? Okay. If your parents use them, they might be like me, and you buy them 10 at a time, and I just leave them around different places in case I happen to be there so I can read. And so with the lens, I can see it makes the print bigger for me. So that helps a lot. Now I've got another lens, and this lens is especially for the gospel today. These are magic lenses. Because I believe we need magic lenses to help us understand what's going on. Or see what's going on, right? So when I put these magic lenses on and I look at what happened on the mountain, I think that mountain was a lens that showed us who Jesus really was. Okay? Now, you have friends that you go to school with, don't you?
I do.
You have a friend? You do too? Okay, I was worried about Marco. Do you have a friend?
A lot.
You have a lot of friends, okay? How about Lydia? How about you and Ollie? Do you have friends? Okay, so have you ever stayed overnight at somebody's house? Okay? And you eat dinner at their house, right? And people don't do things exactly like they do at your house, do they? They do? They do it exactly like at your house. Well, I've been out camping with people, and it's different than at home. People do things when they're camping that you wouldn't do at home. And so all of Jesus' friends have been hanging. How about making s'mores? That's at the end of this. The s'mores are at the end of this, okay? 1 minute, Marco, can I finish? So Jesus has been out with his friends, and they thought they had known him really well. And then that light starts, and they're thinking, I don't know Jesus at all. Wouldn't you think that if somebody started glowing, somebody you've been going to school with all of a sudden started glowing in front of you? You'd think that was different, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so when they began to look at him, they began to see that Jesus was different than what they expected. And they heard God saying, "This is my Son whom I dearly love." So the magic lens of what happened on the mountain, the transfiguration, the magic lens allows us to see that Jesus is God's Son and that God loves Jesus very much. Here's what I want to ask you all to do. I want you all to take these same magic lenses that we look at Jesus and we find that Jesus is God's loved, beloved Son, and know that when I look at you, Mario, when I look at you, I know that you are beloved by God. Through these magic lenses, I can see it. When I look at each one of you, I can see that you are beloved by God. And so, what's that? All of us. All of us. Can you say that with me? All of us are beloved by God. And sometimes it takes these magic lenses to see it. But we need to do something else. Do you have a mirror at home? Yes? You have a mirror. All right. And you don't have a mirror. Okay, you do have a mirror. Good. Poor Ramon here does not have a mirror. Okay. If you have a mirror at home, what I want you to do is I want you to get your magic lenses, your magic glasses.
I don't have any.
Oh, yes, you do, because it is all in your imagination. You can imagine that you have them. Okay? Okay? Ramon does. Yes, use Ramon's. And you, of course, they're boys' lenses. Those are boys' lenses, so you'll have to be willing to do that. But if I can wear girls, you can wear boys. Okay? And so I want you to look in the mirror, and I want you to see exactly how God sees you. I want you to see that God sees you as someone who is beloved. Because the magic lens that allows us to see Jesus as he really is, the lens that allows us to see how God really sees us, the lens that allows us to see ourselves as God really sees us, is a lens that's made of love. The love that God has for Jesus, the love that God has for every one of us. Can you say that with me? Every one of us. That lens is what allows us to be a part of everything that Jesus does. So, will you promise me you'll do something when you go home? that you will get your parents to help you find some magic lenses to look for God's love? Can you? Well, I don't think that you might have to go someplace other than Walmart to get them, okay? Okay. Maybe Trader Joe's, yes. Okay? So will you go home and get these magic lenses to look for God's love in other people? Thank you. You can go back now. Thank you.